just a little bit early, but the vibe remains the same. Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere on the big man above's green earth. The man immediately to my left, your right, is the man known as Conrad Cushman, representing EPW, everything pro wrestling. Yours truly, the swag-anointed one. Representing HW Weekly is your man, Sean Hubbard. And collectively, we are Clash of the Podcast. We're early. That's part one. We're going to be abbreviated tonight. That's part two. But don't worry. 2 clashes this week. That's why we're going to be a little bit short this week, because we got 2 clashes this week. Details soon to come. So with that being said, let's not belabor the point. Conrad, my brother from another mother, do me a tremendous favor on this Monday night and drop that thing.
Welcome in, everybody. Greatly appreciate everyone stopping through. Sean, I did throw it in the chat when you said it. There is the link for everybody who wants to know where we're going to be on Thursday. If you want to give them a quick little preview of what we got coming up on Thursday, it's a big one.
Absolutely. Listen, this is a dual purpose situation this coming Thursday. Hubbonomics will be preempted for a special edition of Clash of the Podcast on the HW Weekly channel this Thursday night. The reason why, 2 reasons. Number one, because we like giving you guys great content. And number 2 is because we're going to have a very short show tonight. Monday Night Raw is on simultaneously to us, starting in about 10 minutes. So we want to make sure you guys didn't have to double dip. We wanted you guys to enjoy us, enjoy Raw, enjoy your Monday night. So in lieu of that,
it's all in weekend, too. What are we talking about?
Right.
This is AEW's WrestleMania. They get the same treatment around here, big dogs.
That's right. So in lieu of that, tonight abbreviated, Thursday night a special. And we're going to have a top 20 WWE superstar of all time countdown. And I promise you, good God Almighty, I promise you, me and Conrad are not on the same page. It is must see, must watch this Thursday night. What up, though?
There we go. And don't hold me to that list either, man. Sean knows I've changed my mind multiple times on things. So.
Well, I'm working on graphics, so let's speed it up, sir.
No, I'm fine with my list. I'm more so. Where do you fit into the Jenga pieces here?
Heard you.
Clown, appreciate you, man. We're going through these quickly, so I'm not reading everything you guys wrote. XG Dub, appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
XG Dub, Cleasy 13Z4 Tweezy.
Alexa Bliss Gamer.
ABG. Oh God, I just came up with that out of nowhere.
What did Charlotte do? Whatever that thing is.
Actually, I don't like the fact that I was able to do that so well. Let me reel it back in. That was not comfortable for me.
You're all right. I did see the new Alexa Bliss drop in WWE 2K26. Looks pretty dope.
Oh, by the way, Madden 27 just copped it. Conrad, whenever you're ready. Anybody, whenever you're ready. Come see me.
I'm 2-0 right now online. We'll see.
I'm gonna throw my PS5 thingamajiggy online.
Okay. Matt Lopez in the house. Appreciate you, brother. Always calling us. Yep, always calling us the 2 aces. Appreciate you, man. WWE trying to counter program the Clash. Quills. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Episode 208, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, he said he'd rather be listening to us than Raw. I appreciate that, my friend.
Thank you, bro.
The numbers say different, but we love hearing that. So thank you for telling us that. Actually, Dub, thank you for that. Deanna's in the house. Appreciate you. I saw you doing the TNA stream last night on Insider. So respect, Deanna. Yeah, she was doing a lot. They hit a big number over there. 1K for that lockdown show.
Ooh.
MJB in the place to be. What's going on?
Hateration, no holleration in this dancery.
That's right. He said, yo, the bad guys are back. I like it.
Hey, yo.
Jocelyn, I hope that you're doing well in Indy. I'm hoping things are getting back to normal for you guys.
JOCELYN1.
There you go. Looking Cactus. What's going on, brother?
Another back in the building. What up?
Bang bang. Another indie person. I hope that you are doing well, my brother. I hope things are well. And let's see here. Yeah, I see you guys. Let's get into this, Sean. Let's get right into it, man. Quick mention. I do want to give a shout out to Ring of Honor for their ROH pay-per-view. I actually thought it was way better than their last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I don't know if you had a chance to see it or catch up on it. If I could recommend matches to you guys, I would recommend going back and watching the Lio Rush, Action Andretti, Athena Hazuki, and Bandito and Nick Wayne. I thought those were fantastic matches. And I enjoyed the four-way, too, with the ladies. I thought that was a lot of fun as well.
Whoa. Say that one more time.
The four-way with the ladies.
I'm sure you did enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great action in the ring.
Wow.
Lots of stuff happening.
Wow.
And Jay Lethal made Ring of Honor history.
He's trying to play it off. You know I got him. But he's doing a good job playing it off.
Will you be serious for a moment?
Okay, sorry.
Come on, Bobby. Jay Lethal makes Ring of Honor history, wins every single men's championship he could win. So he's done it all now.
Yep.
He's official. He's legit. Any thoughts? Nothing?
No. I was agreeing. I was nodding. I'm agreeing. It was a fantastic show. I think Ring of Honor is doing its thing.
Hey, much better. I'm glad they went to like the tapings and things as such. With that being said, we're going to open up with our big opening story. I don't know if you could do the music, Sean, but I'll do it. Dun, 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 dun. Ilja Dragunov is going to be departing the WWE. I think it's already happened. He's been moved to the alumni section. Sounds like there is no 90 days. There's no nothing. He is free to go and do whatever he wants today, tomorrow, whatever.
I have 3 words for him. 3 words. Good for you. Go live your wrestling life and go somewhere where somebody appreciates you, please.
You have never told a lie, my brother. But speaking of Ilja, while we have him up here and we're talking about him and doing our thing, Sean, how did you feel about his usage since I guess his time in WWE? We'll include NXT because there's not a lot here.
Real quick, I would normally go on a much longer tirade, but I'm going to keep it real short and sweet for the short and sweet episode that we're bringing forth tonight. It's WWE's job to recover from injury, not the wrestler. What do I mean by that? Obviously, the wrestler needs to recover, as in actually recover from injury. But as it relates to the storyline and the story that goes behind the wrestler, it's creative's job to make it right. He hasn't been the same since the injury as it relates to storyline. He came back to a lot of fanfare, but it was not what it was supposed to be. I can say a lot more. I will not. But at the end of the day, it's the wrestler's job to recover from injury physically. It's the creative team's job to recover from injury in the book. WWE failed him as they failed many others. Tell me where I'm wrong.
It's the classic story. You could
not real quick. They didn't fail. I mean, we're talking about 24 years ago, but they didn't fail Triple H when he came back.
That was the exact same thing I was thinking. If we're talking about merch moving numbers, remember when he was in trouble in 1996? Would you have cut yourself, Hunter?
There you go.
Time to start thinking about these things. And sometimes there's a diamond in the rough. The issue is, and this is what I've always said has been one of their biggest issues, they hope that you do the Cody. Mm-hmm. They hope you leave. You become bigger. And then we say, oh, now we see it. Come on back. I always knew. And they're going to do the I always knew card. We had every right to cut you when we did, but now look at you. We made you better. Yeah. And they're going to take all the credit for it. And I don't like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, did you do it or did you not see it when you were supposed to see it? Right. That's just how I view things. Miracle, what up, man?
It's not just how you see things. It's how we see things, and it's how anybody sees things who has a brain.
Now, here's the next question I guess we can get into. Mm-hmm. Why did they never get into, like, I'll tell you this. Rob has a good, like, moment timing meter on him. Mm-hmm. Like, he said something about Dolph Ziggler. I always reference it. Like, who cares that Dolph Ziggler won? He's just going to lose. Sorry, Dolph Ziggler, to bring up that story, but it always makes me think of that because I like Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nemeth is a tremendous athlete. He should have been given more, but he was like, why do you care? Like, they're never going to do it.
Right.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Same thing in this situation. He called it at the Royal Rumble when Brock Lesnar grabbed this guy. He's a tough guy. Like he came back, he wins the U.S. Championship. Brock grabs him by the neck, Sean, over the top rope.
Yep.
What does that do for someone's character?
It knocks him down about 4 pegs.
For a guy who was going to end up retiring, when was the Rumble? February. 6 months later, he was going to retire. Why have him do that? What was the purpose?
Conrad, if you keep looking for WWE to make sense, you're going to be looking forever.
I'm just saying, none of it worked. I loved his matches with, I guess Walter will say, on NXT UK. We never did that match again. You never thought, like, man, we should put this on the PLE when we don't have anything good going on.
My brother, nope. I said it before, and I say it again. I want to make it very, very strong and very, very real. I can't stress this enough. When somebody gets injured, it's WWE's job, Triple H's job, whoever's job, to make sure that you bring the guy back right. It is not the wrestler's responsibility to rebook himself. It's his responsibility to get healthy, which is what he did after months and months and months of rehab and surgeries and everything he had to do to get back in the ring. Once he's back, once he's ready to go, you're supposed to put pen to paper and make it work. WWE failed him like they failed many others.
But this is the same company. What up, T-Ferg? What up, Miracle?
T-Ferg Miracle. I'm searching for it.
Guy will gamble as well.
G. What up?
This is the same company, Sean, that says that they make the stars, though.
Oh, please. That was a joke.
I don't think that you guys make the stars anymore at this point. Maybe back when we used to watch as kids, yeah. Like you go there, now you're
I guess they're right. They do make stars. They fumble people to the point where they go out and make their own star, and then they claim that they're the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they hope that they come back.
The sooner we all get to the realization that WWE is a joke, bro, I'm excited about wrestling this weekend, Conrad Cushman. And it ain't got nothing to do with Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real about this thing.
Yo, in all honesty, throw the title on Zilla too. I'm just gonna say, like, create some buzz.
I mean, yesterday. I don't care if you need to give him the Kevin Owens treatment from NXT. Anybody knows if you know, you know.
And we saw what happened to him this week.
Well, I'm talking about Kevin Owens' treatment when he went to NXT.
Yeah. Hopefully they do it right. But yeah, they brought up the new analytics for WWE. How many T-shirts are you selling? Listen, that is a good thing to gauge things. I'm going to use Sean as an example here. When Sean advocates for Jey Uso, he is checking boxes. I understand that, but that's not the box you check for everyone. Yes, you're not selling T-shirts. Can someone show me one Ilja Dragunov T-shirt?
I don't think we ever saw one.
He never wore it either. He came out in his ring jacket. Some guys aren't there for that. They're there to be utility players, and they have value. Value. There were no Ric Flair shirts back in the day.
Conrad Cushman, you brought him up, so I'm going to keep it there for literally 30 seconds or less. I promise you no more than that. Guys, this right here, it sells. It's just me, Oos. You know what else sells or what should have sold? You know where I'm going. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to figure it out, Conrad. Dun, 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 dun. That's what fans like. Roll with it, dummies.
They have it. They had it all lined up, and they just failed to execute. It was there. Instead, we have Gunther in either no PLE matches or meaningless PLE matches that we're like, why are we doing this right now at this point in time? I think they missed out on a huge opportunity with this guy.
Of course they did. He's a very, very strong competitor. Very strong. And very marketable.
I have two answers for this, Sean, but I'm going to ask you.
Please.
Where do you want to see this guy go now?
Oh, 100%. He should. If he has a no 90-day rule, he should be in London this Sunday.
I think that's my prediction is that's what we will see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm taking your word for it because I trust you, and I really am not in on that. Like, if you're saying there's a no 90-day rule in place, right? Are we saying
that's what it sounds like?
Well, if that's the case, he should be in London on Sunday.
Here's my thing that I'll say. Stylistically, I think he should be in New Japan because he can help them greatly.
Yeah,
I don't know if it makes financial sense.
But I think he should be. I mean, I love what you're saying, but I'm thinking more selfishly.
Yeah, well, if we're talking about money, he's obviously going to go to AEW, or if he doesn't want to, if he wants to live in the States or wherever, if he wants to be able to travel freely. And guess what? If you go to AEW, you can still work New Japan.
Right.
So he can go over there and do that if he wanted to.
Right.
But AEW seems like the best landing spot for him, if that's what he's looking at, finances and different things like that. We could see him in that Casino Gauntlet as soon as Sunday at, I don't know what time that match will come on.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, AEW should do that Lex Luger thing, man. Do it. If you know, you know.
Count out on the outside and then celebrate?
No, I'm talking about the fact that he showed up on Nitro. All right, that was pathetic, and I agree with you. But I'm not talking about that Lex Luger moment. I'm talking about when he showed up on Nitro.
Got it. Listen, last night before bed, I watched Lex Luger get attacked by the Four Horsemen, like Clash of the.
Yo, you know what's funny? Yo, my brother, me and you know what I was watching today at work? I was watching Sting get attacked by the Horsemen.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I was watching him get kicked out of the Horsemen.
95, 88.
Well, him getting kicked out of the Horsemen was amazing. That was good TV.
The original time, but when they did it again, I'm like, you fell for this again, bro?
Again? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be more contract releases expiring soon? T-Ferg, I'll tell you this. I think that there are more contracts expiring soon because that's the next thing I'm going to talk about, at least one specific one. I'm going to debunk something in that. But I think that there's going to be a lot more people open, and I think New Japan, TNA, MLW, whoever else is in the middle of that pack in the indies, there's going to be a crop of talent for you guys to try to pick up and boost up. The problem is who's going to want to do certain things. What do you want to do? If you're trying to get your name noticed back out here, there's places for you to do it. You just got to be willing to take the money that they're offering or whatever publicity they can give you. And we'll be talking.
By the way, real quick, I just don't want to lose this thought because it's still fresh in our minds. I want to tell you how I would debut him, Ilja, at All In. I would give him that Mercedes Moné debut. You remember from a couple years ago when she was sitting in the crowd?
Yeah,
that's all.
That's what I was going to ask.
Just have him sit in the crowd.
Even like I said, I wouldn't mind him coming out in the Casino Gauntlet. Just
right. I know that, and by the way, would not be mad at that. But I'm saying we need to have him feel. You know what would be my selling point? Come on over here, man. We're gonna make you feel appreciated over here.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have you sitting in the crowd. We're gonna pan the camera to you, and we're gonna have 80,000 people scream their lungs out for you, and we're gonna set the stage for your career resurgence right here and now.
Yeah, just wild, man. Remember, when the contract isn't active, there is no non-compete clause.
Got you, Rob. Got you.
Good point. Sting, crazy. I was watching Sting and Luger approaching the Horsemen to face the NWO.
Great minds, Gamble. Great minds.
We all must have been on that WCW train.
NWA swag, yep.
Yes. Clown, thank you for mentioning the next person we were going to talk about. Johnny Gargano. Now, I know it says he cleared WWE. We got it confirmed by, I think it was False Finish, that he never had WWE in his section to do anything with. So Johnny Gargano, I'm someone who usually leans on, I like Johnny Gargano. I think that he's always kind of just been someone interesting to watch in NXT. I thought he was great. Then we got to the not so great time period, and we've kind of been there. DIY became a tag team again. I found it funny that they are doing a show called Rebel Heart. I know the show is meant for Rebel, but it kind of fits. But I don't know if we'll see that. But Johnny Gargano is also known as the Rebel Heart. What do you think, Sean, for him? He's just been backstage laying around on crates. I thought he would have formed some kind of bond with Sami Zayn and like followed his ways maybe with Candice, but they haven't gone that route either, really.
Yeah, just there. To me, his Johnny Gargano should have TNA written all over him. I think TNA would be perfect for him. I know I said I just go to AEW. For me, Johnny Gargano could be a TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He could also very easily be TNA X Division champion. That's what I want for him, and that's what I think would be the best fit.
I think AEW's got enough right now too to where they could just beef up their roster. Like I think Ring of Honor, beef it up and get ready to try to sell that package again to people. Mm-hmm. Like add a couple people and just say, look, I need you guys to build this up. I know people may not want to. Tony's going to pay you whatever, because if I call you for Collision, I'm calling you for Collision. Mm-hmm. But beef that roster up and make something happen, you know?
I mean, anybody who thinks that, I don't think there's anybody in this chat that feels this way. I know me and you don't feel this way. But anybody who feels that WWE not having competition is the best way to go, you're wrong, because this is exactly why having competition is the best way to go. WWE is clearly number one, right? We can't deny that. As much as I would love to say they're not number one, they are number one. They make the most money. But AEW is the best in-ring product. I'd say New Japan's the second best in-ring product. And at the end of the day, TNA is a viable option as well.
Yeah. Rob, chill on him. Yeah, it's wild that the happiest moment we have for wrestlers are when they get released or their contract expires. I told you, sometimes it's just good to see people in a fresh environment. People have talked about who else you would like to see go places. I saw like a contract thing pop up. Bailey. I'd like to see Bailey switch it up. Carmelo Hayes. I'd love to see what he would do somewhere else, but AEW can't take all these people is the thing I'm trying to get at. They can have a robust roster all they want. And guess what's going to happen? People are going to get cut, and you guys are going to be mad at them for cutting certain people. Mm-hmm. There's only so many spots, though. They don't have a million spots to give people.
Up to somebody like Johnny Gargano to sit down with his wife and sit down with his family and think about it and say that very thing to themselves. Like, hey, listen, I know AEW seems like the most lucrative option, but at the same time, like, do I want to be paid to sit at home or paid to sit in catering, or do I want to make a difference? Now, at the end of the day, look, Conrad Cushman, if we were paid $1 million to, sit around and twiddle our thumbs, or paid $100,000 to have our own show on NBC or ESPN, I'm like this all day, bro. Like,
yeah, I'll twiddle.
Everybody has a number. Everybody's got a price.
What was your Paul Roma comment? Wind them up, Paul.
That's right. Wind them up, Paul. But look, $250,000 compared to $350,000, the $250 you're on TV every week, perfecting your craft, something to think about.
Yeah, T-Ferg said, I wonder how many are leaving AEW soon. I've heard that Tony's looking at making some cuts. We talked about Max Caster, I think, on Dynamite Reviews. Or maybe it was here, I can't remember. But Max Caster, he might be moving on. Looks like Tony hasn't used him. And when Tony doesn't use you, that's usually a tall tale sign. At this point, it's not a surprise anymore. I'm tired of people acting like, why isn't he using them? And it's just like, well, he obviously doesn't have any interest at this moment in using you. So
exactly. The idea to piggyback off your point, the idea that he's not walking past catering and seeing him sitting there, that's not true. I mean, he knows who's on his roster. He knows who's there.
Yeah, 100%. And they're going to do it. Rob said the Axeman cometh. Yeah, the Axeman's coming for some people. And I know people say there's only so many new shiny toys. You remember what it was like as a kid getting a new toy, though? Like, that was your thing for a second. Like, okay, this is where I'm at. Sometimes you went back to old reliable. Sometimes you didn't, though. So it's what it is. Hey, yo, MJB. Yes, getting back into the WWE news side of things, me and Sean were talking about this one. ESPN Unlimited. They're raising the price $2. If you're paying, you need to probably know. $2 more, Sean.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I got to give my brother, Conrad Cushman, his flowers. Many months ago, I was explaining to Conrad how upset I was about the switch over to ESPN, how it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, how I love this show. I want to be prepared, but I'm not going to be able. And Conrad was like, do you have Verizon? If you have Verizon, they should be taking care of you. I hate to say it. That's the only reason I watch. I watch because I want to be prepared for our show because I love our audience and my brother, but it's out of control, bro. It's out of control. Netflix and ESPN, and if you want to watch Retro Saturday Night's Main Event, me and Kyra were talking about that over the weekend, Peacock. I mean, it's like, are we really willing to pay $75 a month for WWE products?
People are doing their best, man. It's rough out here for that. I don't know what else to say about the ESPN deal. I know I saw some people like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Most people don't even pay. I mean, you guys can make that excuse if you want, but
and I don't mean to cut you off, Conrad. And by the way, even though Conrad put me on and helped me out a lot, Conrad also brought me when I was way up in the clouds, happy. Conrad did bring me down like a good brother should, keeping me perspective. I'm paying for it. I'm just not paying for it. The price of Verizon, it's included. So that's the reason why I might as well take advantage of it. So let's get that clear also.
Yeah, let's not get you double charged.
Right.
There's no point in that.
Right.
Got to be good business folks here. But not only that, so the ESPN deal is happening. They raised it $2, things like that. It came less than a year. And I'm telling you guys this, Paramount, they're next. They're going to raise those prices up too.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know what's coming. Paramount is the best value in combat sports in 2026. There's a Garcia fight coming up in 2 weeks from Las Vegas. No extra charge. We're not promoting Paramount, but I'm just for the sake of this conversation. Paramount, the best value in combat sports, Conrad Cushman.
For now.
Okay.
For now.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're not going to bump it up $20.
Have we talked since the last update in them acquiring WBD?
No,
they're going to have to pay them, Sean, $7 billion. Yes, why did you sign something like that if you didn't know you could get the deal done?
But listen. Let me put this in perspective for you. For all the nuggets and all the information you give me, I do have something in my pocket that I can give you that I'm like, okay, bro, I got you on this one. If they do bump up the price, Paramount I'm talking about, it's still not going to be more than ESPN Plus or Unlimited.
No, they're wilding ESPN.
Let me tell you something. And this is not what I'm trying. I hope this doesn't happen. Let me tell y'all something right now, combat sports fans, if there are any out there. I know you guys love my show. Appreciate you. Paramount is charging $12.99 a month, and you're going to see high-profile UFC and high-profile boxing matches for free as part of the subscription, right? How much is ESPN Unlimited? I lost track because I don't have to pay for it anymore. How much is
it's $31?
$31. And by the way, is WWE knocking your socks off with the quality of their shows for that $31?
Let me go back to Quill's comment. Charging more, but getting less in return. You only get 5 matches now.
There you go, Quills. Now, think about this. I'm going to watch Ryan, not that I'm a big Ryan Garcia fan, but I'm a fan of major boxing. I'm going to watch Ryan Garcia defend the welterweight championship of the world in Las Vegas on September 12th for $12.99. WWE has me watching The Miz versus Otis for $31. What are we talking about?
He came to play.
No, Conrad, I know we're having fun with this, and that was a very much fictitious match that I just came up with. But I'm watching the welterweight chat. Feel me on this. I'm going to watch the welterweight champ, and there's a reason why I'm doing this, Conrad, because a question is coming behind it. I'm about to watch the welterweight championship of the world on Paramount for $12.99, no additional cost. How come WWE is charging so much? I'm being so genuine when I ask that question.
They're trying to make themselves a premium product like the NFL.
Wow.
That you pay top dollar for, and they think that people will always pay for it. Rob brings up what I'm thinking too, though, is Paramount, how much longer are they going to be able to continue at that? They're going to have to jump up a lot because they're going to have to recoup billions. That is very true. Yeah.
Now, again, let me go on record.
I missed that WWE Network too, MJB. $9.99 was great.
I want to go on record, my brother Conrad Cushman again. I want to go on record, chat. Conrad is probably right. Paramount will raise their prices.
Not that much all at once, I would hope, but
right, I would imagine. But they are gonna. He's 100% right. There's no way they can give away world championship fights and UFC fights for $12.99 a month forever. But at the end of the day, are they going to bump it up $20? Because that's what they would have to do to be on the same level of WWE. They'd have to bump it up. Can you think about that for a second? Conrad, let that wash over you, my brother. They would have to bump it up $20 a month in order for it to be the same price point as WWE. Is that nuts or what?
That sounds like them, bro. I hope we don't get there, but you never know.
Now, last thing I'm gonna ask about this, and we can move on. Since you, and I agree, correctly predicted, I hope you're wrong. I hope you're very wrong, but you're probably right. How much do you think they're gonna bump up the price the very next time they bump it up? Paramount.
What did we say they're at? $12.99?
They're at $12.99, all inclusive USC and World Championship Boxing.
I'll go $19.99.
Ooh, $7. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna have way more content to choose from.
All right.
In my opinion, and HBO Max.
Still over $10 less than WWE.
Yes, and that's your reminder for start time for Raw, people. If you're wondering,
I'm not done. 2 more minutes.
Go ahead.
Think about it, guys. Think about it. Do you don't understand the vitriol that I have for WWE? It's not about the fact that they have crappy stories. That's bad enough. Netflix, Peacock, and ESPN. You have to pay for all 3 of those services to have a full gamut of WWE programming. And by the way, you must have cable too if you want to watch SmackDown or NXT. What is happening right now? Somebody help me with the math. M. Leezy, Guy Will Gamble, Sir Quills, help me with the math. Somebody look up how much it costs for Netflix. Somebody look up how much it costs for WWE on ESPN Unlimited. And somebody look up how much it costs for Peacock and give me a number.
They had a graph of it before. I can't remember. It was a lot, though. It was hundreds every month.
Oh,
hundreds of dollars.
Go ahead, bro.
Just to remain loyal to them and what they got going on. It's insanity.
It's pathetic. Yo, and they care about the fans? Please.
Allegedly. TNA had a pay-per-view lockdown. From what I could see of it, they definitely had some interesting things there. I know Rosemary had an injury. I saw the match with Ali and Jason Hotch. I thought that was fantastic. I'm looking here. Avery Styles was there. Don't know if he set up chairs or not to keep people happy. Hardy's and the Nemeth in the main event. They had a big team cage match. We had Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander. I won't spoil the ending for you guys, but definitely consider going back and I guess at least checking it out.
You can't. I've always said you can't really go wrong with an entire pay-per-view in a steel cage. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely different. If you think it's overkill, then you might not like it, but it's what it is. Avery Styles has announced he signed with TNA. Came out to his dad's music. Good move, bad move, Sean. He's got a lot of like weird negativity around him right now for the chairs thing. But
I hear you. I mean, at this point, nepotism is a real thing, and it's not. It's sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's bad. You know,
and it ain't going nowhere.
Right, he's a nepo baby. Look, am I gonna
or nympho baby according to Zilla?
Yeah, I know Zilla messed up on that one. Look, Conrad, are you gonna look out for your son if you have the chance?
Yeah.
Am I gonna look out for my son if I have a chance?
Absolutely.
So I don't really have a problem with the whole nepo baby thing, but at the same time, he's gonna have to earn his stripes. And one thing I will say, when you're in the shadow of your father, you're gonna have to step it up.
Right. And giving someone an opportunity doesn't mean you put him as the bank executive next door to you or he's going to be top salesman with you, like going on the same sales things you are. You know what I mean?
Conrad, I don't have to say anything. You know what I'm pointing at right now. Thank you, Jocelyn. Let that wash over you guys, kids. Kids, let that wash over you. Jocelyn, our good friend Jocelyn. I know Matt was doing some research. I appreciate it. I know that MJB was doing some research, and our friend Jocelyn came up with the number. If you want to watch WWE programming, unless you have a hookup, unless you're on Fios like me, unless you're in Canada, if you're an American in America and you want to watch WWE programming, you are paying $89.95. With $89.99 with ads, I can't even talk. $89.99 with ads, $129.99 no ads. You have to pay $130 to watch WWE in 2026. Conrad, I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah, Yeah, it's there. Lots of money, lots of things happening. Speaking of that, TNA has announced Bound for Glory. If you are in the Tampa, Florida area and you like going to the Yuengling Center, you might want to get ready for Sunday, October 11th.
You know
TNA Bound for Glory.
I'm actually going to be in Tampa that weekend.
I'm sure you could get media credentials if you put them in.
I'm dead serious. Like, I did not. Shout out to Conrad Cushman. I didn't even know that was. I'm going to be visiting my family in Tampa that weekend. I bet you I could apply for press credentials.
Yeah,
my man.
Yeah. You might know some people. We used to know some people. I'll say back then.
Right. We used to. Yeah. That's crazy though, bro. I'm gonna be there that weekend.
John, let's talk really quickly about Dark Side of the Ring, man.
Mm-hmm.
This week's episode was on Missy Hyatt. Missy Hyatt, there she is right there. Lovely young lady from the WCW days. She wanted to be the first lady of professional wrestling. I will probably say it still goes to Miss Elizabeth.
Well,
she was doing it beforehand.
Miss Elizabeth is the one that's in our hearts, but Missy Hyatt did copyright it.
Yeah, but Elizabeth technically did it first,
right?
When they gave her the title of it, but Missy Hyatt was smart enough to copyright it. Thoughts on young Missy Hyatt getting into the business?
I mean, I'm not going to speculate if Vince McMahon tried to hit on her and it sabotaged her WWE career. I mean, it does kind of sound
plausible.
It sounds Vince-ish, but it's alleged. I wasn't there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Missy Hyatt was cool. I think it's a shame if, you got to always take these things with a grain of salt. But if she's telling the truth when she says that she wanted to remain a commentator and Eric Bischoff forced her out of that role into management, that stinks because she was not a bad commentator. I don't know how I feel about Missy Hyatt. Number one, I say this with all due respect. Missy Hyatt is not my type. Like, when it comes to like female, like, to me, like, how do I put it?
She's the classic American blonde hair, blue eye, apple pie. We'll just say
she's not okay. I'm glad Conrad worded it that way. She's not a woman that I would go for, but she's like,
you see the marketability,
right? So I thought she was good at what she did. I thought it got a little bit raunchy as the years went on, right? And it is what it is. She seems to have been a tortured soul as it relates to things she's been through in the industry. Again, you got to take things with a grain of salt because
tough for women back then too.
Yeah, exactly. You got to take things with a grain of salt. But I will be sensitive enough and respectful enough to say if those are the things she went through, I do feel bad for her. Sexism, the situation with being in the ring at, I believe it was Starrcade, when allegedly, I didn't see it, but her breasts popped out of her outfit, and then allegedly the picture of that incident was posted in the locker room. Which, if that happened, that's absolutely humiliating.
And I love how they made it in Dark Side of the Ring. Like, it sounded like, I don't know if I believe that. Like, so some guy took this and they did that, because in 2026 we don't do stuff like that, right? HR would get involved if you did something like that. What I loved was towards the end of the episode, she had the picture still.
Right. So that means she's telling the truth, probably.
Mm-hmm. It was crumpled up, like she said, because she threw it in the trash can, and then she went back and grabbed it. And it was
like, first of all, number one, I care about myself, and my brother, I care about you, so I don't want us to get sued. So allegedly has to always go beforehand.
Yeah.
So
they settled.
Right. These incidents are alleged, right? But again, I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence. Like, she said that Vince McMahon tried to kiss her forcibly, and after she turned him down, allegedly, her career was sabotaged in WWE, allegedly. If that is the case, that's terrible. It's terrible that if she, had an incident where her breast popped out on national TV and then it was posted in the locker room, allegedly. That's terrible. That's awful. Nobody should ever have to go through something like that.
Right. And if her side of the story, Eric Bischoff got mad, how could you get mad for someone going over your head if they felt uncomfortable? Like, that's unfathomable today, but that's what used to happen back then. I don't know. That's just me getting into it and just discussing some of those things. But I thought Missy was great with the nasty voice.
That's not alleged. That's not alleged, M. Lazy. That's not alleged. You got to pull that up, brother.
Oh.
For the people listening on audio, our good friend Matt Lopez said, allegedly, because we're working with the word allegedly, WWE is a bunch of money-grubbing, no-creative idiots. That's not alleged.
Missy Hyatt, I loved her with the Nasty Boys. I thought she did a really good job in that role. Being a manager, I know she said she didn't want to be, but I thought she was great for them. I thought she actually, that was the most interesting the Nasty Boys were in WCW to me.
Right. And one thing I want to say, and
I guess, can we say Eric Bischoff's side too? Missy didn't want any other women hired, and they were bringing in Sherry to manage Harlem Heat. And
right. One thing I want to say, and I think it's very important, and I'm 99.9% sure Conrad will be right in lockstep with me when I say this. Nobody should ever, just because I said, Missy Hyatt's not my cup of tea, she's still a woman. I have amazing respect for women, right? Nobody should ever be ridiculed, harassed, bothered, made fun of for having relationships. You should not be sexually harassed. You should not be made fun of. You should not be alienated, exiled because you, as a female, had boyfriends in the business. I don't like that. I don't like when somebody's in a relationship and because they were in multiple relationships, right? I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry, Conrad. I'll speak for myself. I haven't had one girlfriend my whole life.
Right.
Nobody should be made fun. I don't like that. She nor any other woman deserves to be ridiculed because you have a history.
Yeah. Questionable character she picked, I will say.
Right.
But, Jake the Snake being your first is kind of.
Right.
I don't know if I would go that route in the beginning, but she was also with Eddie Gilbert. She probably saw Paul Heyman learn how to, he was learning how to book with Eddie Gilbert. And she probably saw the rise of Paul Heyman, which is why when she did get fired from WCW and fell on hard times, she ended up in ECW with the Sandman. And they definitely tried to bring her back, but ECW runs were only going to go but so far. She probably commanded a lot of money, and Paul Heyman didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So she ended up doing a bunch of different things that, like you had mentioned, they tried to feature her on Missy's Manor. That thing wasn't going to work. It looked bad. Have you ever went back and tried to watch any of them?
I did. I mean, because of Dark Side of the Ring, I went and Googled one, and it was not good.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be the next Piper's Pit. I don't think so, boss.
Carlito's Cabana was better than this.
They had figured out the formula, I think, by then. But with this, that was not good. But
even and this is one that some people might know. Actually, I don't even know it. I thought I had it on the tip of my tongue. It was a show. I think the adorable Adrian Adonis had a show.
Flower Shop.
There you go, Conrad. That's why you're the best in the business, my brother. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But to wrap it up, Missy Hyatt's doing good today. Looks like she still will make an appearance from time to time. She still does stuff with the wrestling business. And I'm just happy that she's happy. That's what it looked like in the end. I'm all right.
Yeah, this is me being the master's level therapist that I am. Pull that picture back up, brother. There's a lot of pain in those eyes, guys. A lot of pain in those eyes. You can see as she was talking, even that's a smile right there. I'm not being funny. That's a smile, but you can see she's a troubled woman, and all you could do is pray that she has peace in her life. Because the way she described it on that show, Conrad, she looks like she has been through a lot.
Yeah, 100%. We didn't even get into any of the stuff with Sunny. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
you can Google that. But yeah, wishing Missy Hyatt the best. And Sean, next week, final episode, Dark Side of the Ring, we're going to be talking about Zach Gowen and his time in the wrestling business.
It's going to be very interesting. He had some big spots. He was in the ring with Hogan, Brock Lesnar. The list goes on and on.
Yes, and I am missing a graphic I just noticed, but we got Saturday night's main event coming up, Sean. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, or excuse me, I said Saturday. Sunday night's main event, Sunday, September 6th on Peacock.
Saturday night's main event would have made sense.
Yes. This is Sunday, though, because it's a special.
Right.
They've also announced Braun Breaker, Obafemi, which we were shocked. I was shocked. Remember, we didn't think they were doing this.
I'm baffled by this.
Well, and there's still time for the classic bait and switch. You know WWE will.
Well, I predict. I don't predict either man loses. I'm predicting right now a double disqualification.
I'll go double count out. There we go. We'll split the difference there.
There you go.
And Little Yachty's going to be in action. If he can last 5 minutes with Baron Corbin, Trick Williams will get a U.S. title shot. Atlanta's going to be hopping for this one. All right.
Look, on paper, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. On paper, not bad, but they'll screw it up.
I love Matt. I wasn't shocked. I called it. You did. Got to give you your credit, Matt.
You did. But they're going to screw it up. It's going to be a double DQ, a no contest of some sort. Matter of fact, it might be 2 double DQs. The whole Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes thing might end in a double whatever too.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what they're going to end up doing? Guys, make sure you're joining us. Me and Derek will be live after Dynamite goes off the air on Wednesday. Glasgow, Scotland, final go-home Dynamite before we get to All In. We got Swerve Strickland taking on Jack Perry. We got the Continental Cup matches. Lots and lots happening because this weekend is going to be All In. We'll be getting some more matches, I assume.
I predicted it in the past, and I'm going to say it again. This will not be the best event of the summer. Oh, no, it will not. It will be the best wrestling event of 2026. Period. Saying it's going to be the best event of the summer is not doing it justice. All In will win 2026.
There you go. You've heard it from Sean. Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay looking like the main event of the show. We also have Mercedes, Willow Nightingale. Looks like a tremendous show. Like I said, if you look down that whole card, nothing but possibly like great matches so far. And it seems short right now. We'll see if they expound upon it over Collision and Dynamite, but
and I love Mercedes Moné, and that I predicted a year ago. Literally, think about it. I predicted a year ago she would be in a women's title match at All In and come back and win it. I've never wanted to be wrong so much. I love Mercedes, but I love Willow even more. I want her to win this match.
I'll save my predictions for Wednesday. But
I know you will. You should save it for Wednesday. You should.
I think that's the toughest match to call, though.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Out of all of them. But I have a prediction.
Yep.
And also announced today, AEW Grand Slam France. They heard Sean. I tell you, people are listening to this show, Sean. We talked about Roman Reigns being heel. Magically, there's articles about the Bloodline are actually a heel faction, for those who didn't know.
Out of nowhere.
And then we talked about Grand Slam and where it needs to be. And what do you know? We get one in France.
AEW, I want our money. Me and Conrad deserve our money. But that being said, thank you for finally making sense. Paris is a home of one of the Grand Slam tennis tournaments. So finally, we're making sense around here.
We're here at Grand Slam, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. This is an incredible night of professional wrestling.
Don't get the chat started, because they will start rolling with this. Do not get them started.
I shouldn't, because we're running out of time. I'm on my WCW. We're running out of time, folks.
That's right.
Sunday night's main event contract signing tonight. Like I said, Raw started 30 minutes ago. Great. Enjoy it. Oba, Braun Breaker, they're going to be there. The whole crew's going to be there. Me and Sean will be back next week. Dark Side of the Ring, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time, like we always are. You know where you can find us right here, Everything Pro Wrestling. This Thursday, though, we are going to be on Sean's channel, Top 20 WWE Wrestlers. He has my list. We are going to be talking about it. I'm sure there'll be some agreements. I'm sure there'll be some debate. But that's
I love our chat.
Grand Slam 2, Scott. Grand Slam Palm Beach.
Yo, you guys are great, man. You guys are great. Oh, my God. We have the best chat in all of podcasting, man.
Yo, we do. We really, really do. Ignition. Check out our friends Ignition. I'm sure they're going to be doing their preview and predictions. I might try to make a stop over there tomorrow if I get a chance to pop in. I need a day off somewhere in here, though, folks. Maybe. Oh, I was going to say Thursday, but it's probably Friday. It'll be my last, get some rest, buddy, because after that, you're going hard. And then, like I said, me and Derek, Wednesdays, Dynamite. Be there.
Important note, guys. I shared this with Conrad because it's my brother, but I want to tell you guys as well. My church, you guys know I'm a church dude. All praise to the Most High. My church is doing renovation on Sunday. Up until a couple of days ago, I thought I would have to watch All In on delay. But I will be watching live from the comfort of my living room. My church, I love God, but I'm not going to lie. A little excited when I got the call that we're doing some renovations on Sunday. I was like, oh my. So I'll be watching. And because I'm going to be home and relaxing on that day, Conrad, would you like to inform them? Would you like to school them real quick?
Sean will be joining me and Derek on the All In Review Show.
There you go.
There we go.
All beautiful things from the man above.
So keep it locked in. I don't know what time we're starting after the show goes off the air. Obviously, we'll run it down, go through it, talk about it, and then probably just enjoy ourselves for the rest of the day. Hopefully, we're not going until 9 p.m. tonight or anything with them, but we will see. Sean,
and then we'll all enjoy Grand Slam Cobb County,
Fargo, North Dakota.
Our chat is fantastic.
Yes. Son says belong to the NFL now. Yeah. All right. Yo, let's wrap it up, Sean. Take us out of here, brother.
Yeah, man. Great show. We had to do it a little bit of an abbreviated version, but I think you guys enjoyed it. Chat, did you enjoy yourselves? I think you did. I know I did. I know Conrad did. We are very excited to bring you this show each and every Monday night without surcease, and we will continue to do so, God willing, moving deeper into the future. God willing. So with that being said, man, make sure you tune in. Conrad and my guy Derek, Wednesday night, the go-home show of Dynamite before the big pay-per-view on Sunday. And then this Thursday night, on the HW Weekly channel, Clash of the Podcast 2, a special edition, bringing you 2 clashes in the same week. This Thursday night on the HW Weekly channel, the best wrestlers in WWE history. And I promise you, Conrad and I will not agree. I've already seen this list. Oh, my. Guys, we really appreciate y'all, man. We really appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoy a wonderful week of professional wrestling, including our content. That being said, until Wednesday night for Conrad and my guy Derek, Thursday night for me and Conrad on HW Weekly, and then right back here next month. Actually, no, and then me and Conrad and my guy Derek Sunday night. We got a lot more stuff coming. Until then, God bless, be encouraged, evil never prevails.